this is what you got to understand. It's a very simple psychological phenomenon to why human beings have created the idea of God. You know, from the start, when we were children, we had our parents looking after us. So we always was dictated over, given rules to do this or to do that to sort of guide us in our way. But the older and older you get, the less input your parents start to have. And even some of you, when you were younger, you probably did a lot of stuff on your own anyway. But when it comes to man and the psychology of man, we come from the void. And in that void, we are full. There's no dualities. So everything is whole and everything is complete. You feel me? There's no problems. But when we break out of the void and we come into the manifested world, we are afraid, you know what I mean? We become like children because we don't know why we're here. We got to survive on our own. We got to do things on our own. So it makes you feel comfortable if you think that you have someone above watching after you and looking over you and guiding you. That's why religions, they give you a set of rules and guidance and guidelines because it makes you feel comfortable. It takes thinking out of, it takes a lot of thinking out of the process of life. Because you say, oh, well, God says this, so I'll just do that. And God and the government is also two very connected entities because they get power from you being weak, from you giving them your power, from you not believing in yourself more. Because the more and more intelligence and power you get, you think, damn, well, the preacher talking about this, but I have a higher intelligence than that. Or this is a better way to handle that. Or the government is doing this, and you realize, damn, the country is run by idiots. They're no smarter than me. They don't have as much compassion as me, as love as me, as joy and happiness as me. So who are them to tell me what I can and cannot do? You feel me? This is when you start to waking up to your own spiritual nature. You feel me? But the religions and the governments, they keep you dependent on them because dependency creates power and it creates fear. It keeps you weak and low and little. But true spirituality is waking up and realizing that I am this whole manifest universe. This whole universe acts and moves according to my divine will, which is also your divine will. Nobody is left out of this divine will. It is your birthright to realize this truth in this self. This is I would say the highest goal of this manifest world, because anything else in this life is temporary. The money you receive, the success, the praise, the women, you know what I'm saying? It's all temporary. At some point, you're gonna have to give it all up. So why not come merge with and be one with that which is not temporary, that which is eternal? It never dies. It was never born, and it's gonna be here once this body go. It was here before the body came, and it's gonna be here when the universe crumble and when it rebuilds again. It's just a beautiful play of this divine energy that's located inside of you. But religion is for the lazy people, for people who don't want to use their critical thinking skills. It's for people who want a quick answer. They think they have it all made up in life. But you will notice that the religious people be the most hurt. They be the most in pain. There's no joy, there's no life, there's no love in their hearts and their eyes and nothing, because it's a pseudo help. It's putting a pacifier in, you know what I'm saying? The baby hungry, but you just give it a pacifier. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, because it's only going to hold you over temporary before the mind starts to waver and get crazy again, you know? The Maharaj said, he said, with the body comes the world, and with the world comes God, who is supposed to have created the world. And thus it starts. Fears, religions, prayers, sacrifices, all different supports and systems to protect the child man, frightened out of wits by monsters of his own creations, of his own making. He said, what the mind invents, the mind must destroy. You created this God because you feel weak. You feel like a child. You feel like you need answers. You need someone to help you, to come save you, but you are your own savior. You feel me? The universal divine energy is within you. You just have to find it and stop seeking outside. Then, you know, the demons and the devils and the this and the that, it's all created from your own imagination. Your own projections is making this, and it's enclosing you in a box and creating fear. You feel me? It's a very childish state. Religion is for people who didn't grow up. But when you grow up and you get into true spirituality, you want to find the source, the essence of this life, and the truth, which is eternal. And when you find that, you immortal. There's no death, only life.